Alright, look, it's happened again. I tried to do it in a professional manner. I tried writing a script out, and I thought maybe if I recorded the script, then it would all work out fine. It hasn't worked out fine. I can't read and talk. I can barely talk, but I can just about read, and combining the two was never going to work. So, welcome back to the World's Race Podcast, episode 17.2. Now, a small correction. Last week, I may have referred to the episode as 18.1. This was wrong, because obviously 18.1 would come after 18, and we haven't done 18 because Kat's not here. So let's just remember, last week was 17.1, and this week is 17.2. It makes perfect sense. Thanks for coming back and joining us, and I'm afraid it's me and you for another week. I know. I honestly tried to get someone else to come in. I was like, maybe if I get like a guest on and they can be me, but like playing it like they could act as me. I like contacted Richard Iowadi and I was like, hey, do you want to come up? No reply. Anyway, I thought, why not take another look back at some more episodes from your favourite people at the World's Race Podcast. It's me and Kat, we're your favourite people. It's kind of like a thing, that's comedy thing. If there's one thing we have learned from last week and this week so far, is that the less I say, better everything goes. So with that said, I think it's time for one of my beautifully smooth introductions, where it just seamlessly flows from content. Without you guys, without our lovely audience, this podcast is just me and Kat talking to each other and then editing down our conversations. In fact, without you guys and Kat, it's just me talking to my webcam and still somehow messing up so many times. Anyway, move on. We're very grateful for you. We love that you keep coming back. We're very fond of you, and if it's not too much to say it, I think we love you. You know, if it is too much, let us know and we'll dial it in for next episode. So for our second set of episodes, we decided to get to know you a little bit better. We asked you about your celebrity crushes, about what food you like eating, about the music that you listen to. And then we decided to judge you for that, which in retrospect was an interesting choice to show people that you love them and appreciate them. But we'll move past that. All that interaction really led to some strong character development for us, and I kind of felt like it was time that we could take a sentimental look back over it, as if, we were looking through a photo album, but the photos are moving, faces are speaking, there's music sometimes in there. It's kind of like a photo album, but not a photo album. I'm going to work on that metaphor. Whilst I'm working on it, here's some clips.
So I think we should start with the food combination submissions, because I thought some of them were quite interesting.
Right.
Also, we've got a really our listeners are seemingly equally as depressed as we are by some of the suggestions we've had.
I think if we ran demographics on our audience, like mental health issues must rank quite highly on there. Hey, fellow sufferers. That's not okay.
We stan you.
We stan. Oh, God. Right, go on. Before we say anything else, go.
Okay. So the first section of this podcast, which you guys don't know, it is rating your celebrity crushes.
It is. It is.
We did a poll on Instagram asking who your celebrity crushes were. We actually exploited you because we didn't tell you that we were going to be judging you for them. But you should have assumed that because it's us.
Jesus, I was going down a slippery road. Yeah.
Wait, why did you say road? Slippery slope.
What did I say?
No, you should say slippery slope, not road.
Did I say road?
Yeah.
What am I on?
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry that you got to episode. Imagine, right? So there are people. Let's say that there are people who've come in, episode 9. They've listened to it. in the first 10 minutes, I've nearly gone back down the depressing kind of direction
Oh,
from
yeah.
last week, and then got slippery slope wrong. Like, you're just not going to listen anymore, are you? I'm sorry. Look, don't get, just hold on, okay? Stick with us, because it will get better. Sometimes I shut up, and those are the best bits of the podcast.
Oh, that's depressing. Well done, you.
Oh.
Okay, shall I choose one?
He should.
Okay. Okay, I thought this one was quite sweet. When I was about to step into the church to get married.
Oh. That's a really sweet one.
It is sweet, but you'd think when you got engaged, maybe it dawned on you.
See, I mean, okay, look, I don't know, because, as I may have mentioned a couple of times now, I'm painfully single. Ladies, hit me up. One day that's going to work for me. One day someone's going to be like, I hear you're, really sad and lonely. Do you wanna get together? And I'll be like, yeah, sure thing. No, I feel like getting engaged is like, it's a thing, right? It's a whole thing, like, you know, but it's not, nothing changes in that moment, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that is
technically,
true.
you know, all you'd have to do if you decided you didn't want that anymore is just, like, hand back the ring and be like, it's off. I'm out.
Yeah.
See you later. But, like, stepping into
Yeah.
a church to get married, you're like,
Oh, yeah.
whoa, like, you're suddenly stepping into a whole new institution of, like, you're like, I don't know, it's like a different thing. Like, I was going to say signing a contract. It's not quite what I mean,
Well,
but, like,
it is. Yeah, it's
like,
signing a
you're almost
contract.
tying yourself to someone else in again, that sounds really bad. The connotation of that. But I just, you know, like, it's one of the things that if you wanted to break up with the person,
Yeah.
then getting out of it is a lot harder, because you have to go through divorce proceedings. But also,
Yeah.
you're just agreeing to spend your life with someone else and, you know, be with only them, and things change from that moment, more so than getting engaged, I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes it.
Sorry, I don't know why
just...
I've made it depressing. It's not depressing. This is a lovely, sweet moment, and
You've depressed my dog.
How long ago was this person married, by the way?
I want to say 2 years.
Okay, well,
a little bit less.
it's
I
2
think.
years late, but congratulations on the good news.
Congratulations.
And
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear it went well.
Wait,
And
actually, I'm lying. It's like 3 years.
3 years, even. But look, you're going strong.
Yeah.
Excellent work. Very happy to hear it, and I hope you have a continued happy marriage.
And that's that.
And that's that. It's the
Do you want to
nicest
hit me
thing I
with
can
another
do.
one?
Alright, I think it's time for me to make some enemies. So the Hamilton soundtrack. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna leave some friends. I've accepted it. Hamilton, for me, I've never seen Hamilton. I'd like to open with that.
Okay.
Never seen it. And so maybe if I had, it would change my opinion. But it just, again, I just can't. It annoys me. I don't know why. It annoys me. I can't get into it. I think something about the fact that people are obsessed with singing it at me just makes me dislike it. Like, people who like it will just suddenly burst into song and say, oh, they'll stop in a minute. They keep going. It's like 3 minutes of them going, and they like have someone else, and I'm like, look, fair enough, this is your thing, but I don't care about it. I think that's part of the reason why I haven't seen it. I
haven't seen it either.
I don't think I care enough to go and see it. Maybe that's bad. Like, maybe I should. It feels like there's a good message in there.
I feel like we're the only 2 people in the world who haven't seen it.
It probably is. I just don't like. I don't even like. I don't know. This is one of the 2 bottom ones for me, and it like.
Yeah, I haven't even listened to it. I've again just had people singing it at me, so I don't really care where you place it.
I don't know. I'm gonna put it in. I mean, I'm even tempted to put it in immediate skip. Like, that's the level of...
I would.
Okay. Yeah. So this is an odd one to me. Toast and bell peppers.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, what?
Like,
What?
it's never occurred to me that you would combine
No.
toast and bell peppers, because,
toast. It's it's a standard thing. It's pretty nice. Like it will never let you down. Bell peppers, pretty nice, pretty good. Together,
I want to know how it's prepared. Is it raw? Like, it can't be raw peppers because that'd be a bit odd. I think it would be like either like fried or roasted. Roast peppers are great.
I mean, I guess now that I think about it, maybe it's not so like strange. Again, I've never thought of putting it together. If there was pepper in a
sandwich, you wouldn't question it.
Yeah, I've never thought of putting it together, and to be fair, there's no reason why it wouldn't work because taste is pretty neutral.
I had to think about that metaphor whilst you're away. There's no way to save it. There's no way. I'm just gonna leave it in the past as a mistake I've made. It's gone now. It's far away from us. Moving on. Matt and I have been friends for quite some time. Quite a few years now. Some people would say too long. I couldn't possibly comment. But our friendship has developed an interesting dynamic. And we don't always agree on things. That was particularly clear in episode 6. I mean, I'll let it speak for itself, but all I can say is, if you come for Tom Hanks, I'm gonna take you down.
Okay.
Tom Hanks.
Oh
no.
What do you think?
Okay, now bear with me on this. I'm actually going for spirit guide on this one. Now, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. I just feel like he's one of the most lovely people, celebrity-wise, out there at the moment. He's just not. There's no drama. He's not done anything wrong. He's not, there's all the people around him that are being cancelled because we're finding out they're actually horrible people. And Tom Hanks is just there being a nice guy. But I feel like what you're about to say is you need serious help.
Not you need serious help. He's just not my cuppa.
Wounded.
I respect him, but just not my cuppa. How long's he been with his wife? That might change my thoughts.
Like a while, I think. Okay, look, we'll find out. Here we go.
Have a look.
Prepare yourself.
Married in 88. Sorry, I just ruined
married
that for
in
you.
88. There you go.
Yeah, okay. So, I might say I can vibe with that then.
You can vibe with that?
I'm not a hater. I'm just not a spirit. I'm not at the spirit guide level,
Actually wounded. Actually, I feel like I've been stabbed. I'm sorry, Tom. I think you're great, but she hates you, not me, okay?
He's in a film called Greyhound, apparently. Maybe I'll like him more.
No, you don't. You can't just say it now because he's in Greyhound. You've stabbed me in the heart and it's too late, okay?
Okay.
Tom Hanks, we can vibe with that. You're my spirit guide. I don't care what she says. I'm still not over Tom Hanks, to be honest.
Okay.
I can't let it go. I'm trying, and maybe I'll get there. But
well, I just don't know enough about the guy. I guess.
No, look, it's fine. Look, you do you, okay?
I'll try. I'll try to love him more.
But look, you don't have to love him. Look, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. I just wish that you would be feeling it. So
is he your low-key sugar daddy? Actually,
he could be my sugar daddy, high key.
High key.
I don't care. Like, he can just go for it. I love Tom Hanks. Great.
But then, I'm throwing one in here because I haven't actually added anyone in. Jennifer Aniston, because they get on very well.
Jennifer Aniston.
I watch Adam Sandler films because she's in them. So I feel like you have to have an opinion on her if you've got an opinion on him.
I guess I'd go fair dues.
No.
Yeah.
I'm questioning your sexuality. How can you... How can... What? Have you got eyes? She's a 10 out of 10. Is it...
Good.
Oh, dear.
You're questioning...
Yeah, I'm questioning your sexuality. How can you turn down good old Jenny from the block? No, Jenny from the block.
Look, I'm not saying she's bad looking. She's quite attractive.
And she is aged well. That woman, everything stands in the right places,
Yeah,
Do you think she's too basic looking?
No, I just think she's.
Overrated.
Yeah, if she wasn't around, I don't think my life would suffer for it.
Oh.
But I'm not saying I don't want her to be around. I'm just saying that.
So if she asked for your number, you'd be like, as friends, maybe.
Well, I'd probably ask her if she's feeling okay, and ask if she wanted to be sectioned, because clearly she would be to be asking for my number.
Okay, so the next one, pizza and beans.
Okay.
That's like something I'd have as a kid.
It is, but you know what? I actually quite rate it. It's one of those like kid things that I actually would quite rate. I feel like
it has to be a shit pizza though. You wouldn't have a Domino's and like dunk it in some baked beans. Like,
I don't
and
know.
we're on about baked beans, right? Because if this is normal beans, you're wrong.
Yeah, no, we're on about baked beans. For God's sake, yeah.
We're gonna give that 2 ratings, I think, because if it's pizza and beans, you're going and there's something seriously wrong with you. If you're going with pizza and baked beans, then yeah, like you're up there. That's acceptable.
I quite rate the idea of pizza, but like I don't know what I'd have a quite nice pizza with beans. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the student in me that just like screams out for the basics. Like I don't think I've really moved past the student mentality, despite being an adult and having a job. Spicy food.
Wait, you've got to read it out properly.
Sorry. Spicy food. I agree. Like, okay, I can't. People are gonna get angry because apparently it's good to put yourself in a level of discomfort while eating. But hear me out, okay? I like food, and I like food to taste nice and not have horrible after effects for me. Spicy food is just what you're basically saying is, I want to put something in my mouth, have it burn, have my eyes streaming with tears because it's so spicy, swallow it, like, it's burning all the way down, and then for me, on top of that, it does not sit well in my stomach. I can leave it with that.
What would you order from an Indian?
Oh, no, we're not doing that one.
Okay.
I refuse to lower anyone's opinion of me further. But like, okay, look, what is it? What is it with spicy food?
It's like an experience, isn't it? I don't know. There's part of me, like I'm a very competitive person, and the idea of having a really hot. It's okay. So I agree that there is a certain point where the spiciness impedes on the flavour and it's not enjoyable. So if I'm ordering a curry, I think, okay, I want to actually enjoy this. I'm paying money to have this, so I won't go for. So I normally have like vindaloo, or I'm trying to think which ones. What's the one higher than vindaloo?
Look at me.
I was going to say you wouldn't know.
It's not my end of the scale, is it? Jesus.
Madras is lower. Is it higher? Or what? I don't know. But no, and that's sort of as high as I go because I don't want to like just have it burn my mouth off and not enjoy it. And a lot of chilies don't taste very nice. But it's like a different type of food, like it's not bland, is it? There's something to it.
No, it's not bland. It's painful. What you're describing there is pain. You said competition, like you're competitive. What? Why are you making this a competition?
No, that's like an added bonus. That's like an added.
Oh my god! That actually, I cannot. I can't. Can I just say right now, eating spicy food is not a replacement for a personality. Some people get paid millions of pounds to come up with good ideas for things. So much money involved. But here on the World's First Podcasts, we just have those ideas and then we just give them to you, Like, we could make a lot of money from this if we wanted to, but we don't want. We want to share it with you guys. We want to share that love. So, as an example of one of our great ideas, I'd like to introduce you to a concept which I call the smash room. I couldn't really do it justice to explain it now, but I would do it justice if I'd already explained it in a previous episode. For example, like this. can I sell you an idea, by the way?
Sell it. Go.
I think you'll like it. My mum did not like it. So far she's the only person who doesn't like it, but I think
Okay.
that says more about her than it does about the idea.
Okay.
So you were saying about having mismatching like kitchenware and stuff. Like especially I've always had like with plates and things. Like
Yeah.
somehow along the way you pick up this like weird selection of plates. Now, an idea that I've had for a while now is that every house should come fitted with what I'm calling the smash room. Okay? Now, look, let's not get carried away here. This isn't a dedicated sex room. If that's what you're thinking,
Oh,
that away.
you ruined that for me.
no. I'm gonna bring it back, okay? I'm just starting early. We're getting rid of the sex room, okay? That's out.
Wait. Okay.
What? What's wrong? What's wrong? Go on.
No. My mind didn't go that way, and then I was just very taken aback when.
No, that's fine. Look, we've done it early. We've done it early.
Okay.
We've got over that hurdle, so now we won't have to do it at the end when you're sold on the idea. Okay?
Yeah.
So, the smash room, okay? You take all of your like plates and things that you just don't want anymore. Like you're looking at it, you're like, oh, it's not great anymore. Like it's not, you know, like you've got one plate that doesn't match it. Take it away. Cool. Okay? You go into the smash room, okay? Now, you might have been a bit angry for the last little while. Maybe there's been lots going on. Maybe the world has just got you raging and you need to get it out. In the smash room, you got all of these old plates and cups and glasses, and you throw them at the wall, at the floor. You smash the plates and glasses and things, and it's like a release of that energy. You just destroy the stuff that you don't want, really get your rage out, and then you feel better because you've just been able to like vent that anger in a kind of way. And it works out well because then you don't have the thing anymore. You don't have like the mismatching plates, and you feel happier. Now, most people like the idea. Can I say that now? I think I've done well. Most people like it. My mum dislikes it because she's like, well, that's just a waste. And I can see her point. I can.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Yeah.
saying that every day you go into your plate cupboard and you're like, well, time to throw out some more.
It's a whole room though that you're dedicating to this.
Yeah. What's
And-
wrong?
Oh wow. Also, wasn't it like an hour ago, less than, when you were moaning about your noisy neighbours?
No.
Love
Okay.
it.
Okay. I see where you're going with this. Look, the first thing is it's got to be soundproofed. Okay.
Okay.
You got to bear in mind. I mean, I'm saying that the government should be funding this. I'm saying that this should be a
Okay,
national
okay.
policy
Well, I'm on board. Then.
where the government constructs this smash room. Every single person is entitled to one. Like if you're in a block of apartments, then you'll have like a kind of like it's like a bigger room with like cubicles in it, and you just like you go down there and you're like, right, I'm in. Get in there, smash, done. Okay.
Have you just solved all of the world's mental health problems?
I mean, potentially, but like, yeah, it's gonna be soundproof, so it's gonna be fine. No one is gonna hear you doing it. This is the really key thing. So you can go in there, you can just scream if that's what you want to do. Like, just like do that. I feel like loads of people have that idea of like wanting to just stand on a hill or something, and just like shout. Like we did it once in Birmingham. There's this hill, hills, plural, to the south.
Right.
And it's really sort. And I went up there with some friends once, and literally we just stood there looking over towards Birmingham and just like shouted, and it was like the best feeling because it's just like, oh, feel better now. So like I'm saying, the government should now officially launch a program of building a smash room in every. We can start in every community. You know, we'll work down to the house level if that's what people want, and a chance to test it out. We take that space that's not being used, like. You know, like you go down the high street, okay? And like there's loads of shops that have closed. Let's use that building, create the smash building. How do you think?
Wonderful.
What do you think? You think you in?
I want to say that I love it, but I'm slightly more concerned about.
What's wrong?
about
What?
you-
Go on. What
about
is it?
you.
What is it? What's wrong with it?
There's nothing wrong with it.
You're saying it, but you're saying it in a way that means there is something wrong with it.
Just, I feel like it would encourage bad behaviour.
No.
I can, if you have a communal smashing room,
Uh-huh.
I can imagine it being a communal. Let's throw a plate at my neighbour's head.
No. Okay, this is the key
Okay.
thing. there's only going to be one person in the smash room at any like even this cubicle idea. You get in there, you're in your own sealed environment. Okay, it could only ever be one person per smash room. Even if you're a couple, no. But look, if anyone else out there is listening to my idea and they're like, this is pretty damn good, hit me up, because I think we can get this on the agenda nationally. I think, you know, like post-COVID, we're going to need a chance to vent when we're all allowed to be near each other again. And what better solution than a brief period of self-isolation where you can smash some plates and no one will ever judge you for it.
Okay, I'm loving it.
No, you're not loving it. You're not loving it. Move on. Just pick another idea. I can't believe you've let me down like this.
Someone's a bit of a diva today.
You're out. You're fucking worse.
I was gonna swear at you and then I thought, wait, can I swear?
I mean, what you want right now, I tell you what you need. You need a smash room. You need to go in there and smash something to get rid of this rage. So do I.
Okay, I'm moving on.
Fucking weirdo.
All I'm saying is, if you guys want in on the smash room idea, let me know. We can do it together. You and I, we can do this. Moving on. Every week, me and Kat discuss the music that we've been listening to over the last week. We share it with each other, we talk about it, we package it up, and we hand it to you in the form of a weekly playlist. This has given us the idea that maybe we can sound like professionals and, you know, speak in depth about music. But whilst Kat may have a music degree, I definitely don't, and it definitely shows. So here's some clips of us trying to sound like professionals and failing, sometimes quite dramatically. Oops.
It does slap.
Absolutely. It's so, like... Right, I mean, okay, so...
It was just very much chill and just sort of, this is a song, it doesn't need to be this big deep thing. Did you find that? I just wanted to clarify for any of the YouTube watchers, right, that when Chris was saying about relating to the being overwhelmed, I had very aggressive hiccups and I wasn't laughing. I was just trying.
I heard that and I was like, laughing at this. This isn't the vibe we're going for. Okay.
No,
hiccups.
you know when you try and like suppress it and then it comes like it pounds in your throat. Oh, it really hurt, but it was just like I didn't want people to think I'm like bloody pissing myself. Oh shit. About you.
Can you imagine?
I was listening to it when I was walking the dog and I was like, ooh. That was sort of my emotions through it. I tried to sneakily type in the to get the lyrics up.
You couldn't find the lyrics, could you?
There's no lyrics.
There's no lyrics for it. I know, I've been there. There's a tab open here where I've got it on there and it's not there, so that's quite sad.
Yeah, I didn't...
Go
on. I looked at the lyrics and it had 3 columns of like...
The context here to me is Korean. So this is what I've done here is I've thrown in K-pop because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna push it a bit this week and try something new.
And I was looking at the lyrics, I was so confused. I was thinking, hang on a minute, this isn't English. Like, not that that sounded really stupid. So,
it's not what anyone was I don't think it's what you were expecting.
No, but I was trying to find lyrics. I found the English translation because basically it had been translated in another language or something.
Yeah.
I was looking at it like, hang on. I was going through something trying to understand the song and I liked it, but I was like, what? What's going on?
Well, oh my god, I think I say it for every single person, but please don't let that take away from it. I think Tom Brennan has a wonderful voice. I'm going to say it again. Okay?
Oh yeah, you know that is his.
I know. I feel
quality.
like I keep saying it every time, but he does.
I listened to it, and obviously London Grammar. You can tell with London Grammar, it's London Grammar straight away because they're just. I thought you were gonna say Jordan McCamper's new EP, but
no,
okay.
that's.
But okay.
No, Jordan McCamper, as you know, I love you very much. I liked your new EP. I've had a listen. It's the good stuff. It's the good stuff, okay?
Like.
It's the good
Like.
stuff, okay?
Like.
I like many things. I like you, you know?
Love?
Yeah, okay. You know I'm uncomfortable with the word. Okay, look, I love you.
Okay.
I love your music. I've told you before that I hate you because I love you. That's that. You know, when I was listening to it, there was a part of me like slapping my veins to like bring them to the surface because it was like drugs, you know. I was just trying to get it in my veins. It was the good stuff.
Yes.
Like it's very it was like full, if that makes sense. But like very solid, very like there's no wavering in there. I've gone into like this really in-depth sound analysis now, but look,
I always sound so stupid. Bear in mind, I'm the one with the music degree. Every time we do this section, I'm like, yeah, I like it. It's dancey, it's poppy. And then you're like, yes, and the lyrics mean this.
I
and
honestly
this is the tone.
it's just my over analytical mind is like I can't even. It's yeah. As someone who has to deal with my shit every day, I'm painfully aware that I am a massive weirdo. As someone who edits the podcast every week, I'm painfully aware also that I really fail to keep my weirdness under wraps for the 2 hours or so that it takes us to record an episode. So why not take this moment to remind you of how very strange I am, just in case you were under any illusion that I'm normal. This is going to change your mind.
And then the last one, this is one that I've thrown in from me again. I'm going to summarize it briefly, but you know, feel free to hit me up if you want me to explain it in detail. So I dreamt I was moving into my house at uni, and there was this like mattress in the back garden. Really weird. It was really, and I was like, guys, we need to get rid of this. Yeah, like we can't be having an old mattress just sat there. So I picked it up, and underneath it there was this massive spider, and I was like, fuck this, jumped back. And the spider jumps towards me. I can't, even as I say it. The spider was wearing a tiny cowboy hat and a bandana. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Turn around. My mum is there, inexplicably. And she says, yeah, this is normal. It's the cowboy spider. And I was like, there's no such thing. She said, yeah, you know, the cowboy spider. You know what it is. And I'm like, okay. So I then, for some reason, I was going home in the street. I was like, okay, right, I'm not doing this now. I'm going back home. So I getting back on the train to go back to Milton Keynes. And like, I'm on the train. I look out of the window. And this spider, wearing its cowboy hat and bandana, is jumping along the side of the train. Like, I cannot... Like, it could jump so far. It was keeping pace with the train. And, like, just springing around. Oh, it was disgusting. I hate it. I hate it so much. And I was like,
so
this is weird. Turn around. My mum is there again, inexplicably. And she says, this is fine. What are you overreacting about? I'm like, it's a massive spider. And then she says, yeah, you know, it's El Bandito.
Why is it so detailed?
So I dreamt that I had a cowboy spider called El Bandito, which just jumped around. And it was never violent towards me. It wasn't aggressive towards me. It was just jumping around, following me around. Creepiest thing I've ever had. And I did wake up and for 5 minutes genuinely believe that the cowboy spider existed. With the bandana and
I love
hat.
how cool your mum is, isn't it, though?
No, this is the thing. My weirdest dreams contain my mum telling me that whatever is happening is normal.
Cool.
And I think that's now how I can tell when a dream is that weird, is that my mum will be in it and she will say, this is fine. Because if my mum says this is fine in the dream, it means this is weird, man. So, you know, there's that.
Someone submitted to me saying that they're excited about getting a Tesco club card.
Can I tell you?
Oh, God.
There's a thing that happened to me when I was younger. Probably about 17, whatever. And I, like,
we're staying at a friend's, whatever, for their birthday. It's cool. So there's a couple of us there. We're going off to sleep, and I think I fallen half asleep, and I was having a kind of dream.
Right.
So, and we've said before how sleep talking is a thing that I do. So for some reason, out of nowhere, I'm just like, oh, get me the club card points. I don't know what the dream was. I've never known what it was, but I remember saying it. And my friends were like, what did you say? I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. And this was before I had a club card. I was 17, right? I should not have been thinking about Tesco club card points. But for some reason in my mind, I was like, the club card points. I mean, in some ways, I'm glad that my brain was geared towards trying to, save myself money, I guess. But not then.
Oh, God.
I tell you what you want. You want a Nectar card. Now, that's where it's at. The Nectar card is
Sainsbury's.
It's not just Sainsbury's. That's the thing, right?
Right.
You know where I got...
a bit passionate.
Not just Sainsbury's. You know what I got Nectar points on the other day? eBay.
What?
eBay give you Nectar points now.
Is that for everything on eBay?
You buy something, you get Nectar points with it.
Oh,
it's great.
That's a game changer.
It's great. It is a game. See, now you're in. You'd be weird. It's so weird. Like when Virgin was still doing trains and stuff, if you booked through Virgin Trains, they'd give you Nectar points.
Oh.
It's like a weird thing. I'd come home for Christmas and get some special thing, and they'd be like, "Oh, okay, here's 2,000 Nectar points." And I'm like, "Oh, the treats are on me this Christmas." Adult life.
Music.
Yes, we
choices.
are. Can I just say, someone suggested to me. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, we've got a new guest on the podcast.
Uh-huh.
Called Pippin.
Hi, Pippin. Hi, Pippin. Tell us about your mental health.
Food.
Understandable.
Sorry.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Sorry, we were just talking and now we're here.
We're here. It is summer and we've missed a few.
Yes, welcome. It's summer here in the Sahara Desert, and we're just happy to be with you today. There's something about just getting from my bed to here where it all just kind of collapses around me.
Can we blame Boris just because, that's the done thing now?
I blame Boris for many things. In fact, Boris, funny story, you're a twat, and I hate you.
So that'll be my task for next week. I'm gonna put that on my list.
If you could, sorry,
jam.
I can't. You can't be living like this.
Right. WD-40. That should remind me.
Oh, you know what? Okay, boring moment before we talk about my birthday.
It's gonna be adulthood.
Oh, it's gonna be adulthood, all right. Sorry if you don't like adulthood. Probably skip the next 5 minutes. So my car is I love my car. I'd like to start with that, but it has it's 14 years old, I think.
Okay.
So it has just some weird, it's just one of those things that cars do, and you're like, geez, it's that thing, it gets older and suddenly things are suddenly not working. So my car came with parking sensors. Love it. Great.
Really?
Yeah,
14-year-old car came with. Wow.
Honestly, it's nice. It's nice. But I tried reversing the other day, and it was like, oh yeah, parking sensors are faulty. I was like, oh, that's a shame. I mean, I guess they're fairly old. I looked up on the internet, and someone said, oh well, it could be that there's water in there and salt and grit and things. I was like, yeah, fair play. It's been the winter. And people were like, yeah, so what you want to do is go and spray some WD-40 on there. And I was like,
right.
What's that going to do? That's not going to do anything, you idiots. And as it turns, well, they described it, and they were like, yeah, so it's to do, it will displace the water. I was like, okay. So I checked with my dad, because I wasn't 100% convinced. And then I looked up WD-40. WD-40 actually stands for Water Displacement 40. It literally is designed to displace water, and it was the 40th formula. And
did you feel very silly when you asked your dad?
Yeah, I felt so but to be fair, my dad didn't know it stood for water displacement. My dad was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, he didn't even look
Oh,
surprised
okay.
when I asked him. I was like, oh, does this sound ridiculous to you? He was like, no, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, oh, all right. And then, right, to top it all off, the headquarters of WD-40 in the UK and Europe and, like, various other
Yeah.
things, Milton Keynes.
I knew that. Yeah.
Like, I'm just here, like, sorry, what is this
It's that.
WD-40 stuff that just keeps coming out? Like, I didn't even think about WD-40 for years. My uncle gave me a can of it to put in my car because we used it for something when we were fixing my car before. And he was like,
Yeah.
oh, hold on to it, you might need it. I was like, alright, fine, probably not going to need it. Now I'm
It's
here
West
like,
Milton
fuck
Keynes, isn't
me,
it?
this
The
is
headquarters.
brilliant. I'll keep this. Sorry?
Yeah. It's West Milton Keynes, isn't it? The headquarters.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Um.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I was shocked.
Mad times.
So that's my adulthood this week. WD-40. If your parking sensors aren't working, spray it in there and it should displace the water. They're working now. Well, I'm proud of us. You know, I'm really proud of what we've done. 2 weeks ago, the idea that I could take the content we'd already made, create new content, fill the gap left by not producing new content, it just left me feeling very discontent, you know? I was worried, I was anxious, I was nervous. But together, the power of love has got us through. Maybe more precisely what I mean is the power of me having a week off work and having a computer that can edit things. But one way or another, we got through it. So all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for listening. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for coming back. It's been a weird couple of weeks, hasn't it? But we're through it. We're through the dark times. Next week we'll be back with our usual brand of awkwardness. Kat will be back, no doubt, to tell me that this was a very strange thing to do. You know, I never actually asked her whether she thought this was a good idea or not. I just decided it would be. Maybe I should have done. Tell you what, whilst I think about that, I'm gonna go. I'll leave first because last time I let you go and it was really awkward for me. I was nervous about saying bye. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll say bye. I'll leave. You stick around for a few minutes and then you can go too. Yeah? Thanks. Alright, see you later guys. Bye. Bye. See you later. Yeah, bye.